I am making this video as a warning. Please do not buy this. No matter the situation, if you're barely scraping by on rent or you're the child of a literal billionaire, do not spend your money on this. Now, video games, we all enjoy them. And usually when they come out, they're accompanied by like a special, deluxe, or even a collector's edition. Now, in the early 2010s, collector's editions like this they were everywhere. For example, that plastic case you bought, that's not good enough. Here's a steel case. And maybe, if you're really lucky, we'll throw in some in-game exclusive skins for that fancy gun. And sometimes, if you're super, super lucky, we'll even throw in this vinyl figure that definitely was not mass-produced in some factory. And if you do buy one, please don't look at it too closely, because then you might realize that the paint job was kind of a rush job. Now, I'm trying to do a holier-than-thou speech, but I've been victim of this as well. I've bought many special editions. For example, BioShock Infinite, I bought the Songbird edition, which came with this big resin statue of the Songbird from BioShock. It was really cool. And Fallout 76, I hated that game. I played it for about 2 hours, never did it again. And the only reason I bought the special edition was because it gave you a power armor helmet. I still have it, by the way. A complete and total waste of money. But I still bought it. I bought it. I'm a nerd. I like this stuff. Now, I think it's safe to admit, special editions with most games, they're not very good. They're underwhelming, sometimes just downright atrocious. Now, there are exceptions, like the Dark Souls 3 Prestige Edition or the Titanfall 2 Collector's Edition. In that edition, you got a pretty cool mask, and it wasn't just recycled garbage like the Fallout 76 helmet. But today, I am bringing you, definitely, without doubt, the worst and most absurdly expensive collector's edition of all time. And that is the Hogwarts Legacy Collector's Edition.
Cast a spell with this sort of book here. A little bit of magic.
Now, Hogwarts Legacy is a game that people are really excited for. It's basically going to be a Hogwarts game where you get to immerse yourself in the world, minus Harry Potter and Quidditch, among other things. But it's an RPG where you get to decide what house you want to pick, with the kind strangers of the internet putting themselves in Gryffindor. The edgelords will obviously pick Slytherin, and everyone else will pick the other two houses that no one ever really cares about. But the collector's edition for this game, it is dreadful. I have a plugin right now that still lets you see the dislike count on YouTube videos, and it has 13k likes and 17,000 dislikes. Just for reference, anything below 90% on likes, that's really bad. The thing is that's really bizarre though, the initial run of this collector's edition, even though everyone hated it, it sold out in like 5 minutes. Only for then, as is always the case, for the price to be doubled by scalpers. I tried to search for it online, and you could only find it on last gen consoles like the PS4 with a price tag of £280, which in other currencies would be about 300 American dollars or 7.6 trillion Australian dollars. And they've also released a video showcasing everything in the collector's edition to justify why you should depart with 2 days worth of London rent to buy it.
Hey everyone, I'm Chandler Wood, community manager at Avalanche Software, and I am so excited to be able to finally show you something I know you've been waiting a long time for. The Hogwarts Legacy Collector's Edition.
Now, I'm sure Chandler Wood, the community manager, is a great person, despite never meeting him. But, you know, he does have a Green Day tattoo on his arm. Are we really going to trust someone who has a Green Day tattoo over a Harry Potter tattoo? I don't think so.
Dark Arts pack includes a Dark Arts cosmetic set, which gives you a Dark Arts inspired look for your character, the Thestral mount, which is the only way you can ride a Thestral in the game, and the Dark Arts Battle Arena.
One thing I love, and devs do this so much with, like, you know, pre-order bonuses or anything, they'll incentivize that once it's gone, it's gone. You will never get it again. This skin, if you don't get it now, everyone in your family will die. Please repost this on Facebook 20 times. But then in reality, 7 to 8 months later, in the twilight part of the game where it's like player base is slowly dying out, that's when they'll add it in for the public to buy. I just hate hearing it. I've become so apathetic to someone telling me, you know, if I don't buy the Giga Chad Doom bot fart edition of the game, like, you'll get a pink chainsaw that everyone's going to be able to buy in 5 months anyway.
You'll get 72 hours of early access, which means you'll beat your friends to the race by 3 days. And exclusive only to the Collector's Edition is an in-game Kelpie robe for your character.
I know this is all digital stuff and we haven't even got to like the physical meat of what like real life properties you can own, but I hate so much that this has become a trend of like paying more money to play the game earlier. Unless you're a NEET or literally 12, no one is going to benefit from this. I work from home. I sit on my ass all day and even I don't have time to do this. So instead I'll make a video complaining about it. Also, nice Kelpie robe you got there, bro. Really looking like the kelp block from Minecraft.
Finally, let's actually dive into this thing. First, you get this nice collector's edition box with some custom artwork.
You didn't hear that wrong, by the way. One of the major selling points of the special limited edition is the box that it comes in. I know this is a thing with like most collector's editions, this huge box it comes in. Like for example, the Resident Evil 2 remake, it came in a save room style box. There are some cool designs. But this isn't it. This is the equivalent of getting an Amazon package and just framing it on your wall.
First thing we've got in here is the steel case. This is the first time I'm seeing this and it looks amazing. I love the feel of a steel case. These just look good on your shelf.
Now, I will agree with them here. Steel cases, they are pretty cool. The problem is, ever since I got a PC, I just buy everything like digitally, so I don't have any plastic cases anymore. But I do remember as a kid, you'd get the steel case. They were cool. I know it's pointless. I know it's superficial, but they were cool. Just hear me out, man. I'm really trying. I'm really trying to find one thing in this collector's edition that I like. And at the minute, it's the steel case.
This ancient magic wand is a pretty good magic wand. I feel like I could cast a spell with this.
All right, what? Cut.
Cringe-inducing acting aside, I mean, as a Harry Potter fan, getting a wand, that is pretty cool. I mean, it'd be nice as well if it was made out of premium materials, like actually sourced wood, instead of just mass-printed PVC plastic. And I thought, okay, this is pretty cool. Definitely not worth the price tag, but it's still pretty cool. But there's a feature this wand has, and when you find out its true intention, just wait.
Some sort of book here. We've got a map of Hogwarts, the Black Lake, the Forbidden Forest, and Hogsmeade. There in the middle of the book.
I like how he said some sort of book, like this poor guy was just dragged off the street and he's trying to explain things. He has no idea what they are. By the way, if you're wondering if the book is fully detailed and readable, you'd be expecting way too much from the design team. It's just a open book. You can't even close it, turn the pages. Only these 2 pages are readable. The rest is just resin. Even though book cannot be read, there is an amazing feature. If you plug the book into a wall socket, this is where the magic really happens.
Technical assistance now and see what this thing does. There is our floating ancient magic wand.
So you are paying $300 to watch a wand float 2 millimeters off a fake book. It's literally just, it's like Lesad book and Lesad book and wand, and it needs to be plugged in to even work. You know, honestly, if the wand did something cool, like make a noise, have a light effect, or do some kind of Fortnite emote, I'd get it. Also, if it floated like less than 1 centimeter above the page as well, it just looks like it's brushing off of the book. You can even see it wobbling on like a totally flat table. But honestly, guys, the wand and the book didn't really sell me. What sold me is the fact you can get the game 72 hours early than everyone else. For that reason, I will definitely be buying. I do want to say collector's editions, they can be a bit of a scam, but you know, there is proof of so many editions that are coming out that are good. They're better than this and they're cheaper. For example, upcoming God of War Ragnarok, there's 2 kinds of collector's editions there, and both of them have this like amazing hammer that you can wield, and it has real weight to it. And then the better edition that is still cheaper has wood carvings, pins, dice, a ring, a cloth map of the world, a vinyl of the soundtrack, and the hammer, like I mentioned earlier. But then the Harry Potter edition, which is even more expensive, it's just Lesad floating wand and Kale robe. Like